Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a Create This Book 2 video. It's honestly been like 2 months since my last one. I'm so sorry. It's been pretty busy with school and all of that, but here I am. I'm excited to show you 2 pages that I completed in it. If you guys have not seen my entire Create This Book 2 playlist, the link will be down in the description box. So if you guys want to check out all the other pages that I've completed. Also, I've done many art journal type books like this on my channel, so there are many series if you guys are interested in watching them. So without further ado, let's get going with the first page. Alright, so our first prompt we have here says create a split decision. Pretty much create something without really thinking about it. So for some odd reason, that thought was a unicorn, and I could not explain why, but I thought it would be fun to do, so a unicorn it is. Essentially, I sketched this out with a pencil first, and then I'm outlining everything with a pink marker just to make it less harsh versus using like a black pen or something. So here are all the markers I'm using, but essentially I'm going for like a pretty pastel kind of cotton candy look. So like pinks, purples, light blue, a lot of just like kind of pastel colors. So I'm also using my mild liners because a lot of those colors are very suitable for this color scheme. And I'm just kind of trying to add some shadows around the horse. It's difficult to do with like water-based markers, and I'm not very good at it, but that's fine. I was just kind of doing that with my Tombow marker over here. Those are kind of good for adding shadows and stuff like that because I have like lots of varying colors of like a similar hue, if that makes sense. And then I'm just kind of adding doodles all around the hair and body of the unicorn, so like some gems, flowers, sparkles with different like pink, blue, and purple pens like that. And because my unicorn was looking rather bland, I needed some extra pizzazz, so I'm using some sequins to glue all over. So I have some stars, hearts, pretty much anything that I could find that was kind of within my color scheme. And then for some even more unicorny magic, I added in some glitter. This glitter was like down to the bottom, so I just had to paint it on, but it ended up being pretty opaque and looks really cool. So I let that completely dry and my unicorn is finished. I added like some extra little highlights in the end in the eyes and some places on the hair, but overall I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I don't think I've ever like drawn or painted or created a unicorn before, so I guess that was a first. I love how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think of it. And the next page was right next door with the prompt create a wish, make a wish on this page. So instantly I thought, wow, let's make a birthday cake on here. So I'm using a separate piece of printer paper just so that I don't get any like staining or ghosting through any of the paper in the book, because I was planning on using markers and possibly like some other paint and like heavy materials. So I'm just sketching out this birthday cake with lettering at the top that says make a wish. I don't really know. I thought that it was like well suited to the page, so I am just outlining this all in with a black marker to make it a little bit easier to see, and then more bold when I'm coloring it in. So at the bottom I also have these cute little cupcakes, and I have a bunch of candles on the cake because blowing them out, making a wish. So here are the markers that I'm using. I didn't really have like a set color scheme, I just was going for color here, so I am coloring in everything. I mostly am using Crayola Super Tips, then these other random like skinnier fine tip markers that I have no clue where they're from, but they worked well and they were good for adding in like some details like on top of the candles to add ridges and stuff like that. So here I am coloring in the lettering and just kind of making the whole page super colorful. And after adding some confetti on the table and drop shadows to my lettering, I pulled out some Model Magic because I knew that I wanted to add some texture to this page. So I didn't really know how I wanted to do that, and I was originally going to use puffy paint, but I realized I didn't have any, so this was the next best option. I am just kind of using it to add icing decorations to my cake with this like drooping effect. I don't know what this is called. I'm not a cake decorator, but it looks cool. And I'm also adding some other details to the bottom of the cake. I'm just kind of pressing this into the paper and hoping that it will eventually dry and stick to the paper and not stick to each other. So that was the goal. And I also added tops to the cupcakes. And with some craft foam, I'm cutting out some little sprinkles and pressing those into the Model Magic, and then also just onto some glue for the white icinged cupcake. And I think this works really well for little fake sprinkles. I also added some glitter for some extra fun. And yeah, then I am just making my wish, and I could not think of anything original, so it is pretty cliche, but that is fine. And then I'm just filling in this white space with a gray marker because it was looking a little blank. I cut out the spot for the prompt to go and then glued that in. And then the paper was actually too big for the book, so I had to do some trimming, and then it caused part of the lettering to come off, but that's fine. And then here's the doodle thing that I was talking about before behind the cake to fill in that ugly white spot. So here is the completed page. I think it's super cool. Hopefully the Model Magic dries correctly so that I can close the book without it squishing together and wrecking the cake, but I think it's a cool page nonetheless. So let me know what you guys think of it. So unfortunately, I'm only doing 2 pages in this video. I'm a busy gal and I didn't have enough time to do a 3rd page, but I'm so sorry about that. I do have many other videos in the series. If you guys haven't checked them out, you can watch them as I slowly make my way through this book, but I'm busy with school. I'm in my last year of university, so that's exciting. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know which page was your favorite out of the 2 today, and I will see you in my next video. So have a great day.